Double tapped. I just double tapped. Are you happy that I double tapped? Are you impressed at laundry management? Are you excited about jokes being told at the expense of women? Can you peel a potato now? But you're not going to eat that potato for 7 hours. These are jokes at the expense of women. Why is peeling potato going to be my cold open joke? Peeling potato, that used to be your job. But you called it slavery. Now you are ordering DoorDash for shit ass potatoes. They're not even Idaho Gold. It's a shitty, dirty russet potato. Idaho, Idaho, you had a great arrangement and somebody convinced you that it was slavery. Housewifing was a pretty good deal for you, but somebody connived you. The serpent got you to eat the apple called feminism, and now you're screwed. You don't even peel potatoes. Why do you peel a potato now so that way you can eat it in 7 hours? You're peeling a potato so that way you will eat a potato later. This is how brains have worked since ancient times, where you're going to make food hours and hours before you eat the food. When you don't do that basic thing, now you're screwed because you're short-term fast fooding, short-term cigarette electronic smoking, short-term gambling, short-term dating, short-term thinking, never-term reading. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Oh, it's you with the username. We don't want to have discussions. We aren't women. These are jokes at the expense of women. You're acting like a woman. You think that these are discussions. How can this be a discussion? You're on YouTube. Will you email your username so I can unban Steven to unlock you on the block? So email me your username and I will unblock you. Oh my God. Jokes at the expense of men acting like women. Potato. So when people don't have the wherewithal to plan a potato peeling in order to eat it in hours later. So what you're breaking is time. So what the joke here is this. If you just peeled a potato for less than 1 minute a day, that would be your housewife job, which is you peel a potato, you throw it in the pressure cooker, and yeah, email me the username and I will unban the username because I don't remember your username. It's not all right. So this is men behaving like women. Let's behave like men. Let's behave like people. Oh my God. Thank you for making this video already amazing, which is jokes at the expense of segments of population. Peeling potato, longest setup ever. If you're just joining, you've missed nothing. So when you peel a potato, that's not slavery. That's a delicious meal that is Idaho. Are you Idaho? Puns. The lowest level of comedy. Punting. It's what happens when men try to behave like women, never apologizing for never improving. Oh my God. Jokes at the expense of women. punning, punting, cunting. Punning, punting, cunting. Email it to me. Text it to me. 650-283. Grab a pen. You've never taken one iota of notes. Jokes at the expense of one of the 692 genders, which is women. Potato, pun, punt, cunt. That's the comedy of quattro. Other comedians do the comedy of triples. Larry Chang does the comedy of quattro. No. You got to send it to me over text message. This is you. Oh my God. You're perfectly the example woman. You're stubborn for no reason. You're stubborn. I'm not going to sell your cell phone number. It's 650-283-8008. 650-283-8008. Potato. It isn't potato. It isn't tomato. It's potato. I'm going to peel you, I'm going to cook you, and I'm going to eat it in 7 hours. By the time I'm done telling this joke, the potatoes will have already been cooked. Why is potato a joke at the expense of women? Because you called peeling a potato for less than 4 minutes, you called it slavery. You claim that you're a victim because you had to cook a potato. And now your brain's broken because you just want a short-term e-cigarette. You just want a short-term fast food. You want instant gratification. Cooking a potato in a pressure cooker that turns on and off by itself, sets its own timer, does pretty much everything automatically, has you boiling down cooking time to under 5 minutes. So you're going to cook dinner in under 5 minutes, and you're going to call that slavery? Larry, how do you understand women so well? Larry, how do you get away with telling jokes at the expense of women? The way I do so is I have a lot of black friends, and I listen to them. They basically talk like women. That's why so many black people are gay. Black men are gay. Diddy and friends who are by default really liking what they like. Because how does peeling a potato equate to slavery? Circuit wave. Larry, let's get fucked up Vegas style. Oh, we're gonna fuck some shit up, but it's not with chemical to our brain. It's gonna be positive pineal gland chemical. This is jokes at the expense of women. We're still on joke number 1, peeling potato. I understand women so well because I listen to my nearly billionaire black friends talk about how they're slaves in the NBA system. What? You spend $400,000 a month and you're going to call that slavery? Larry, it's just a form of slavery, patriarchy. Every time you hear the word patriarchy, replace it with matriarchy, because it turns out 90% of black dudes are raised in a matriarchy, which is funny. It's funny because it's daddy issues. It's funny because women think peeling a potato is slavery, where I have to cook a meal as a housewife in my pressure cooker. It's set it and forget it. It keeps the optimum temperature. Everything about pressure cooking in an Instapot is the most amazing thing ever. Cooking a dinner takes 5 minutes. You don't have to sear the meat. You don't have to You talk so much remedial shit. You are literally a woman. This is what women exactly say. What you said. Women exactly say what you say, which is you don't think Jordan is very smart. Michael Jordan is smart enough to know Larry Chang. You are perfectly an example of a woman because right now, not a lot of women are watching. So, how do we make fun of women and what they say? Well, we'll just go to what Steven's saying because because we'll just because Steven says stuff that women say to a T. We're still on potato. We're going to be making fun of Steven, the woman who's actually black. You you help me so much, and I've helped you zero. So thank you for texting me your username so I can unblock your other username because there's gold in your retardation. Peeling potato. Unlike an onion, peeling a potato takes 2 milliseconds. Unlike shallots, peeling a potato is nearly instantaneous. It is nowhere close to slavery. It is not slavery adjacent. It is not an ally of slavery. It is nowhere near a problem. It's nowhere near a challenge. It's the most basic thing, peeling a potato. But somehow women see a potato as victimhood. What I see I see a potato in her ass as a liberator, not crammed up her ass, but a potato that conducts a little bit of electricity so that way we can jar her towards the direction. I'll write your material for you, bro. You need help. Oh, you without a 4-year degree in English, you're going to magically come up with better content. You're going to magically come up with better content. You're not even subscribed. You are hate watching half of your day. You're hate watching and then hate commenting. You sound like a woman with a pretzel in your brain. You sound like a woman. You're telling me that Michael Jordan should have just stayed at home and raised his kids? What? What? You sound like you're unemployed as a housewife, but daddy is the government. These jokes just write themselves. I caught you. You're yearning for a house husband, and you have one. It's called welfare. You're on welfare. There's no way that you are not on welfare when you're telling me that my friend Mike Jordan could have had a better life if he would have stayed home and took care of the kids. What are you talking about? What? This is how women talk. Oh, well, we don't need the best basketball player. Yeah. It's not that I'm misunderstanding purposefully. You're writing things that are exactly what a woman say, and then if we were talking, you'd be interrupting me. We're still on peeling a potato. Are you enjoying this morning so far? That is absolutely incorrect. Michael Jordan has made more money with my mouth and my brain. He has made an infinite more amount of money because you can't process information. You're just you act like one of the genders where you can't process information. I remember why I ban you now. It's because you think that this is a discussion. Thank you for your energy. I shall do my best to try to ignore you. This is what the patriarchy is really doing right now. Men are just fully ignoring women. In red pill terminology, it's called men go their own way. My God. My God. Is this video the best video I've ever made? I just tied in MGTOW, merging and acquiring other people's franchise. What is MGTOW? It's where women, or in this case men, say such rambunctiously remedial things that are female pretzel brained that men are just like, I'm done talking to you. Or the the I'm here physically, but I'm trying to not listen to you say anything because you're trying to volumetrically comment your way where you just keep digging the hole deeper. These are jokes at the expense of women, but currently women are not in attendance showing me female behavior. Therefore, we will use a feminized black person who is masquerading as a white person. These are jokes at the expense of women. When was the last time you cooked a potato? When was the last time that you programmed your own brain the way that Mike Jordan programs his brain to do at least the Larry Chang reverse rebate model, which is what? Which is, hey, I don't want to invest $20 million in your thing that I don't understand. Neither do my Caucasians who understand new technology. That would be Mike Jordan talking. My cunts, my Caucasians understanding new technology, they don't get it either. But what I would like for you to do is if you want $20 million, why don't you give me 30? Give me $30 million, and then I will invest $20 million into your company. I will sign off on the press release. What we're doing here is we're doing girl math, because girl math is impossible at any level above arithmetic. Maybe division 15% of the bill. Or if she's a server, she can calculate 50%, 25%, 15%, and 0%. She can calculate those portions of math. She can calculate those. But what's good about her ability to not do math is she's trying to be additive. She's trying to be persuasive using a volume of remedial commenting, which is digging the hole deeper. This is where you've actually gotten stuck at zero. This is actually most women, which is your entrepreneurship journey isn't going to be quantum. You're trying to do quantum. Have you even taken one physics class? You're trying to dig, work. I'm going to write a song about that. You're going to dig. You're going to dig your hole deeper because you are 7 to 10 years away from a 4-year degree in economics because you don't understand the power of zero. You don't understand that you calling Michael Jordan dumb does not make you smarter. This is what black people have done. This is what women do. This is what women do. Back on script, jokes at the expense of women. Oh, she's not that hot. Or if there are 3 hot girls that are hotter than she is, she's going to say, oh, those girls look the same. Those girls look similar. Where, why can't she just say, those 3 girls who are blonde look hotter than me, I'm a brunette. When you used to have hair, was it brunette colored? Because women who lose their hair, they're not very happy. They are not happy at all. This is an expansion of peeling potato along with men going their own way. You don't see this, but I see this. The reason that I fired you as a YouTube viewer was because you refuse to get better. And yes, this is comedy, so you're welcome to talk incessantly and volumetrically dig deep, which is jokes at the expense of women. How do you know that you're dealing with a woman? She's never said thank you. He's never said sorry. He just keeps digging without gratitude, without self improvement. You see, what I see, you don't see. You see, women can just be, men must become. And when you're trying to say that Jordan is dumb, you don't value how much he had to become after he retired from basketball with a slew of genius things that you fail to appreciate. You're saying, oh, but Larry, I watched an interview where he said one thing that I thought was dumb. You're trying to do Achilles' heel. You're trying to be a female by basing your entire pattern recognition on one thing that you're wrong. This is humor. I'm a Chinese guy doing an impression of a white guy pretending to be a Chinese guy. You're wrong. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My channel's What They Don't Teach You in School, and the only content that gets any kind of traction is comedy. Therefore, I'm going to do comedy 1/3 of the time. Fuck all y'all. I don't need your distribution. I don't need you to share this. And I definitely don't see you liking it, because if you did like it, go ahead and unlike it. Wait, you already did like it. Never mind. I remember you now. But yesterday, I caught you lying. Oh my God. I caught you lying yesterday. You haven't apologized. You haven't apologized for lying. When celebrities say that they got vaccinated, Tom Brady, Michael Jordan, not Larry Chang, I don't know if they really got vaccinated. You constantly are promising jokes, but I get the feeling that you've never read a book, or at least as an adult. What are you? What are you? 40? At least you're good looking. Did I tell you that I met a person that pretended like he'd never watched any YouTube lives of mine? Oh, whoever made this green tea is Caucasian. I have a cow. What are you talking about? You talk incessantly, and you just, this is right out of my joke list. When you talk, it's like you're throwing Hail Marys, interrogating like a woman. This is jokes at the expense of women. This is jokes at the expense of women. I have a cow named Brady. So what Hail Mary is when women and beta males who are trying to drag me down. Page 127, page 132, you have not yet read Rational Male. You're spelling out MGTOW for people, MGTOW. This is a Chinese guy doing an impression of a Caucasian guy, pretending to be a Chinese guy. MGTOW. That's page 127. That's page 132, which is your being a beta by acting like a woman who's throwing a Hail Mary of inaccuracy. Just wholly inaccurate, but then you've got so much confidence because women who are females and black people, so much confidence, almost no talent, and definitely unemployed, kind of like page 127, page 132. And if you are employed, you're cheating on your employer with watching content that's actually going to help your employer. You thought you were cheating on your employer. You thought you were cheating on your employer. You thought that. But you're actually not cheating on your employer. This is good for your employment and your future employment, because I just figured out that you need to get off of socialism and you need to start to improve. This is what daddy at home would have helped you with, which is your dad left. And I get that. I get that. I mean, look at you. Do you even deserve a biological father that would stay around? Because you're constantly talking and being jealous about my father who peel potato, eat potato. Make a baby, ditch the baby. That's your life in a nutshell. Is somebody made the baby and then ditched you. This is why your brain got wired to be a female, and then you're constantly saying, oh, well, I don't respect the grind. I'm never going to pay Larry Chang a compliment. He's only good at YouTube because he's a multi-millionaire, because he's self-made multi-millions, but he's from an affluent family that trained him to be a poverty founder. True story in my family and the world. It doesn't take money to make money. Nobody in my family gives you money to go make money. There has never been a time, and I've been rich since sophomore year in college, no family members, my family's huge, have ever asked me, hey, I got an idea. Can I have $1 million? You're in Silicon Valley. I have $1 billion idea. Will you give me $1 million? We don't ask that. We don't ask that because our family knows it doesn't take money to make money. When our family lost all of its money in China in the 20s, 30s, or 40s, that would be 1800s and 1900s, what did we do? We restarted by selling shit that was other people's manufactured products. And then we manufactured it slightly differently by improving the manufactured product. This probably gets under your skin because you're wired to be communist socialist. You're treating this like it's social. You're treating this like, hey, if I just kiss Larry's butt enough and gain status and play stupid games, I could win the prize of Larry's going to invest in me, and then I'll have benefited from the investment. This is how you wire. This is how you're wired. This is how also women are wired, where women see this as their job. Women see dating as a financial gain. 10 ways to take advantage of women dating financially. I'm taking advantage of you because you're YouTubing financially like a woman. I'm taking advantage of you. What do I mean by that? What I mean is you don't see that women date opportunistically, I'm doing YouTube romantically. I'm romantic about the fact that, one, it doesn't take money to make money. I'm romantic about the fact that this is a up at dawn, pride swallowing experience for an audience size that can fit on my third baby leg. My baby leg. I don't have a third baby leg. That'd be weird for my penis to be three-headed. It'd be like a hydra. I do YouTube romantically. I date romantically. But now I'm no longer a nice guy. I'm going to date financially by being financially celibate. Did I just weave in 17 jokes into one compressed meme that I'm going to clip? Booyah! Clipped it. Because now I'm going to be financially celibate on dates. Why? Dinner first coach. Why? Because jerk boys are winning. Why? Because being an asshole in relationships, spending $0 in 2026. Dating. Spending $0 in 2025. Spending $50 on the first 5 dates. 2009, Austin City Limits, Kenny Howery, Luke Nosek, Larry Chang. Being partially financially celibate, now fully financially celibate. Pin it, pin it, pin it. So what we're doing with financial celibacy is we're taking advantage of 10 ways to take advantage of women dating financially. I get it. For women, dating is a job. For women, I get it. It's their financial gain. For women, I fathom and comprehend that you're trying to find a lottery ticket. Women don't know the difference between 6 figures and 7 figures mathematically. And are these jokes at the expense of women? And beta males who haven't read page 127 and page 132. Rollo Tomasi, the rational male. I pull page numbers from out of my asshole. Why? Because it makes the jokes funny when you're like, oh my God, these page numbers are correct. Cheers to chapter 13, Becoming Limitless. That's memorization. That's memorization. That's memorization. Your brain is stuck on a groove, but that's okay. I'm benefiting. You know who else's brains are stuck on grooves? Black people and women. My brain is on a generational run. So this video, you sound like a woman. You sound exactly like a woman. Where you're thinking what I just pinned. Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing amazing today. I hope you're doing amazing. Let's go. Which is memorization, mushi, moshe, mushi, which is basically 3 bites at the apple. Because women are biting the wrong apple. You're biting the apple the servant gave you. You should be biting mushi, mushi, mushi. What is biting the apple? It's slurping on the lottery ticket that is attached to me and my 50, 60, 70 plus bank accounts. I asked the black dude one time, I think you met him, hey, how many bank accounts do you have? And he's like, 3? I have 3 bank accounts. And I'm like, oh, I can work with that. It sounds like you have 60, 70, 80 grand. I can work with that. What I can't work with is a person who's lying to me about lying to me about not money, because not everybody lies about money, but I can kind of understand why you're not telling me how much money you have. I mean, that's just understandable. But this is what you can't do as far as lying goes. This is what women do all the time. You can't say that you're a millionaire when you owe more money on your car than your car is worth. You can't do that. I don't allow you to do that, because now you're not even in La La Land. People claim that I'm in La La Land because I can turn around a person who owes $20,000. I can step one, get him to zero. Oh my God, this video just became the most amazing video ever. This is what I'm talking about. So the component of owing more money on your car than your car's worth, but then thinking that you own a car, therefore you're almost a millionaire. That's not logical. That's not even a lie. That is so contorted that you're saying, well, at least I'm richer than a homeless person, which is actually not true. If they've been homeless 8 years, their debts have been expunged and their net worth is above zero, because the homeless industrial complex of California is giving them between $1,000 to $5,000. So you're technically poorer from a cash holding standpoint than a homeless person. Bear with me. You're about to go from negative 5 figures to positive 6 figures. How, why, when, where, how, which is us connecting towards when you owe money on your car, you might owe 2 cars. That is the definition of being upside down. Women, jokes towards women. Women owe $10,000 on their car that's worth $3,000, $4,000, or $5,000. Basically, you owe 2 cars. You have $10,000 in debt, but your car is only worth $3,000 for your 2019 Hyundai. I don't recommend selling it. I recommend changing the oil and maintaining it, because you're going to keep driving it until you owe $0. This is what most black people and women do. Once they get to a point where they can flip it and buy a new car that's used, they're going to owe $15,000 on an $8,000 car. This is what happens when you can't peel a potato. This is what happens when you realize it's not the $6 latte that's causing you to stay poor. It's the $200 DoorDash that you could have cooked by peeling a potato. My God, the clip art works perfectly. This is deeply understanding credit knowledge. Hat tip Larry Chang. That's my company. I open sourced all of it. There's an $800 product. There's a $600 product. Self-serve, pay $0 for the $600 product, which is, oh, you're talking off the top of your head. I'm talking from a script that I appeared on major media and made 500 grand plus per media interview. Maybe you've never seen the media interviews. Maybe you don't think I'm currently making $550K per year on YouTube. Maybe you don't think that that portion was genius. This is why it was genius. Bullet point number 1, understanding car loans are going to snuff out your financial future. You should be 1 car loan and done. This loan, your current car loan, no more car loans for you. You're going to get to 0. Number 2, deeply understanding capital knowledge. Most people are trying to go from 0 to 1 billion, or they've given up on 0 to 1 million. It's some stage of ineptitude, inadequacy, and procrastination. How do you not even make $1 million ever? This is why. Because your time preference is broken, your time is broken, you can't get places on time, you love electronic cigarettes, you're doing fast food, you're quasi-gambling, and in dating scenarios, you're constantly hoping for that high-value man, Hail Mary, that's going to solve all your problems. You're buying a lottery ticket when you do lip filler because you're hoping that your stupid lips are going to get a guy to say, ooh, that's some DSL. I'm into DSL. Clip it, which is dick-sucking lips don't get it done because your lips are always tender. Those are the opposite of DSL. This is what high-value men now understand, is that if you just got your lips done, you're not going to have very much feeling in your lips. There's not going to be a dry pussy in the house by the end of this video. I am not even 2/17 through jokes at the expense of women, which is perfect because deeply understanding cash knowledge is women and black people don't know the difference between expense and revenue. And these are jokes, but these are not hilarious, but I'm going to make it hilarious. Women are so confused, and black people are so confused right now that all y'all don't know the difference between expense and revenue. Where I'll talk about revenue and they'll say, is that an expense? Why is this? It's because you've watched YouTube videos, you don't know that you're supposed to make revenue with knowledge. So why is it so bad that women don't know that revenue is not an expense? That's because it gets complicated, well, not that complicated, which is somebody else's expense is your revenue. But you're not wired to think, how do I get to pimp? Put it in my pocket, sugar, pimps. Am I quoting Guy Kawasaki? Or am I quoting Rich Kiyosaki? Or am I quoting some Japanese guy, Japanese maxing, pimping, put it in my pocket, sugar? Because my revenue is somebody else's expense. But your revenue is the government. This is why your brain is broken. Your revenue is some amorphous ghost sugar daddy. Your brain is wired to be daddy. You think that I have a daddy that gives me money. This is how I know that your brain is broken, because I have given my biological father gifts that make him cry because they're so valuable. I'm not saying this to humiliate you. I'm saying this because you don't know the difference between expense and revenue. You don't know the difference between gratitude taking and gratitude giving. When was the last time you heard a black dude say, oh my God, I am so grateful for the 600,000 Caucasian people that died in the Civil War to free me? What the fuck? Right? But me, Larry Chang, #1 Caucasian in the United States of America, I empowered on those Caucasian dudes who gave their lives so that way I could live in the #2 best country in the world. I'm going to make it #1 again. We're #2. You can lie to yourselves like Europe. Oh, we're a good continent. We're the best country ever. Yeah, it sucks there. Larry, if you're so rich, why don't you become a passport bro and go fuck in Cambodia, Thailand, New Zealand? Third world, Australia, third world. Do I look like a passport bro to you? I am 6'5". I am hot. I have mad game. The third world country that I fuck in, Florida. The third world shithole city that I go fuck around in and get dropped 3 ways, Los Angeles, California, Super Bowl. And if I'm really gonna slum it, I'm gonna go to Studio City, Culver City, Robertson, Sunset Boulevard. But if I need an oasis, I'm gonna go fuck around in Newport. I might continue to fuck around and do University of California, Irvine. Turn that school into the #1 college in America. What? University of California, Irvine? Yeah. Fellow billionaire in the family went to UC Irvine. You're not going to be able to kidnap his kids, okay? I have countermeasures for kidnappers. Obviously, I have kidnapper countermeasures. I have wrench countermeasures. Countermeasures. This country would improve if my brain weren't constantly thinking, hey, threat assessment. Am I going to need to kill this person? Threat assessment. Like the Terminator. Walking Tom Brady. Threat assessment. How do I kill them? Threat assessment. If encroached, while I stand my ground, how am I going to kill them? Good luck trying to kidnap people in my family. Good luck. Expense, revenue. Revenue and expense. When you're calling bullshit, you're not understanding that UC Irvine, there's revenue there. I'm going to give it to you for free, which is a capital gain, which is Duck 9, University of California, Irvine. I'm going to say 3 words. It's going to intimidate the fuck out of you, but know that it's powered by AI, American intelligence. It's powered by AI, Asian intelligence. It's at University of California, Irvine, which is software engineering. Do those 3 words intimidate you? Don't let them. I have a book for you. It's written at the 5th fucking grade level, Dan Olson Product Management Handbook. Normally I'm not this well prepared. I'm just on a generational run. So what we're doing with SWE 277P is we're financially benefiting to the tune of $375,000 for Los Angeles. Because as a non-passport bro whose current fuck number outside of America is under 50. Remember, if I've slept with 1,200 women and I've fucked fewer than 50 women outside of the country, I'm an inverse passport bro. The third world country I fuck around in is the Republic of California. Cheers! University of California, Irvine, 3 words that shouldn't intimidate you, software engineering. Just self-study the 20 lectures I put for hashtag SWE 277P, software engineering 277, P practical. Booyah! That just happened in the window between Thanksgiving and Super Bowl. That is 11/26/26 to 2/14/27. There's a window of success. These are jokes at the expense of women. We're still on expense is not revenue. This is what women have a hard time partitioning unless you're a blonde female with giant boobs and fluffy blonde hair that you think you're going to listen to this, and when you do this, Dinner First Coach, you're going to win a lottery ticket. Actually, you're going to win 5 of them. These are jokes at the expense of brunette women. These are jokes at the expense of dudes who are not 6'1". Put a pin in the dude who is 6'2", who met me, and I remembered him from YouTube Live, and I'd never met him in person before. This is the Larry Chang brain, which is expense revenue 1126.26 to 214.27. If you've never written down one thing, ladies, understand that there's some blonde female. Oh wait, there's something in my eye. A blonde female with giant boobs is going to be out note-taking you Thanksgiving to Super Bowl. Why? Because you should be able to make $50,000 to $500,000 because of hashtag SWE277P. 20 lectures I went ahead and fleshed out. Don't say a flashlight joke. It's fleshed out 20 lectures, kind of like Larry Chang Hot Girl Sales Bible, chapters 1 through 14. Clip it. Are you having a good time? Are you having a good time? We can just relax now. We can just relax now. We can just relax now because I just delivered so much value. Expense is not revenue, but expense is revenue when your revenue is somebody else's expense. So this is the comedy behind it, which is smart people actually don't know this hashtag. Retarded people who are rich all understand this hashtag. ENI, ENO, hashtag ENI, ENO. Why do I use hashtags? Because it's an ability to run a protocol that is natural Larry programming. Females have been programmed to not understand money in, money out. Hashtag ENI, ENO is every nickel in, every nickel out. Your revenue is somebody else's expense. But here's the problem. If your brain is wired into feminism, it leads to socialism. I'm not going to say that that's why MLK got shot, but it's a leading theory, because why are my fellow black people default set to socialism? Even the Christian ones are set to communism, socialism. This is why I'm the vagina whisperer, because I'll ask them questions and they don't know that they got programmed to be socialist, communist, feminist. That's why people are allergic to words that end in an ISM. And then you'll get people that go off the deep end, trying to go off the deep end by calling the world flat. Let's go. Low socioeconomic. This is where I got to ask a question. It's not going to end well for you, which is, do you have 0.0 Chinese friends? I am not your friend, but you need to go kiss some Chinese dude's anus on the cheek. Anus adjacent. It's not that they hate us because they anus. Puns are the lowest form of comedy. If you want to punt right now, don't, because you're currently a cunt. Pun, punt, cunt. Why are you a cunt? I don't know why you're a cunt, but let's have this cowboy understanding new technology where I can train the cunt out of you. If you love feminism and you don't know that you're a feminist, you're by default a cunt. Ouch. Ouch. Can't she ask, who did my programming? Ouch. Can you ask, how is Larry able to wrangle cunts and have them no longer be as cunty as they used to be? Caucasians understanding negative technology, Web 2 social media, it programmed you. You don't know who wrote the programming. I'm going to reverse engineer all that programming. Oh wait, I just did. Over 60 videos of reverse programming the fact that you're in a cult. It's called feminism. Clip it. Clip it. I was trying to just have this video be a dollop of jokes. I was just trying to do that. Like so many of my videos, which don't get podcast interview requests, I'll just be okay with the fact that this is the best video I've ever made. I'm on a generational run. Thanksgiving to Super Bowl 11/26/26 to 2/14/27. You keep digging that hole deeper, you have emotional damage. You have youth trauma. Show me on this bumblebee where your mother's brother touched you. Show me on this bumblebee. Show me on this bumblebee. Because when your brain is stuck in a groove, you're 60, 50, 70 years old, yet you're still that hurt child. You can't break off your groove. But keep watching videos. I guess they benefit me. Why are we trying to benefit me? We're trying to benefit you. No, whatever. I tried. Ouch. Can't uninstall the programming. Oh my God, this script is perfect for you. Ouch. Can't uninstall the programming. That's you. I wrote this script for women, but it applies directly to you at the moment that you wrote that hidden message. Am I pointing? Yeah. Because it's you. You can't uninstall your prior programming. Question. When was the last time you asked an intelligent question? Question 62, 64, 67. Turbo hike? Turbo hike, baby. Turbo hike. Those are page numbers. Those are page numbers. Ditto page 127. Ditto page 132. Greetings from Courage, the Cure. Do you have enough courage to be your real username? Don't tell me your real username. It's ouch. You don't know who programmed you. Are you currently getting programmed? Yeah. Because why has nobody asked me if this is a cult? Why has nobody asked me if this is a cult? Why has nobody asked me if this is a cult? Because I'm going to begin to program you. I consent to you being programmed with some positivity. Programmable. Oh my God. Oh my God. I swear I'm reading from a script. It sounds like I'm just spouting off the top of my fourth brain. It sounds like I'm just spooging from brain 4, vagina, penis. Brain 3, stomach. Brain 2, heart. Brain 1, your brain. Brain 5, AI, AGI, which is the 5 brains. And thank you for telling me that the inputs of AI are not going into your brain because you can't read what AI puts out. You're not typing this out. You're doing voice to Samsung, where you're churning a high volume. You're doing YouTube Live because you're lonely, and this is a placeholder for a friend relationship. That's okay. That's okay. I mean, I financially benefit from you, but that's okay. The other thing that you won't do, which women don't do, is reveal your cell phone number. Did you even text it? Oh, I'll do it later. Procrastination for a task that you would have taken 2 seconds to do, but then now you're going to think about it for endless hours. Oh, I need to send Larry that text. Oh, I need to blah, blah, blah. Why don't you just stop hating yourself and stop procrastinating. Cheers to no longer procrastinating. Programming, programmable. This is a cult that is a come, grow, go cult. This cult does not have a cult leader that wants to take advantage of you sexually, which most cults do. This cult is decentralized. This cult is the cult leader, Larry Chang, never wants to meet you. I don't want you. Yeah. But this cult also is kind of a cult of really, really, really good looking people. Why? Because for some reason, it's only really, really, really good looking people who just talk ugly because you're behind a keyboard. So, I'm hanging out with an incredibly attractive woman. I'm going to post a picture. I say to a random dude who's tall and good looking, because I'm not going to ask ugly people to take my picture, because ugly people take ugly pictures. Let me repeat that. Ugly people take ugly pictures. So I asked him, hey, will you take our picture? Pops a perfect picture and then asks, oh, are you happy with your picture? I'm like, who the fuck are you? You're amazing. Because most people, when you ask them to do a favor, they kind of just half-ass do it. They quarter-ass it in. These are jokes at the expense of women. One time I had a woman who was ADD take my picture. When she handed the phone back to me, she almost dropped my phone, and she didn't even apologize. She was so mentally in her own head and not in the real world that she literally almost dropped my bareback phone that had no protective cover. She almost dropped it on concrete. That's how most people are, barely present, kind of a shitty human. These are jokes at the expense of women. Why was she a shitty human? Because she looked at me and said that I'm out of her league and that I would reject her and that she wasn't even going to be a decent human because, oh, you're the kind of guy, she didn't say this, she just thought it. Oh, you're the kind of guy who thinks who knows he's good looking. What? This is women's brain in a pretzel. I want confidence, but I don't want competence. I want a good looking guy, but he needs to think he's ugly so I can take advantage of him. Oh, I want a high value man, but I don't want him to have too much confidence. I want him to be nervous around me. Bruh, you're brunette, you're chubby, you are the wrong side of 30. Nobody's going to be intimidated by that. Okay? Nobody's going to be intimidated by that. This is who loves Larry Chang's content in the real world and also on YouTube. I'm heterosexual, but I am also honest because this dude that I asked to take a picture, he's tall and he's good looking, okay? He's good looking. So he's like, hey, did you like the picture? Hey, should I use flash? Hey, should I blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, these look great. Because first of all, I'm in it and she's just glowing. She's glowing. She's like, oh, this guy, it's going to be my first Asian. Oh, my Asian hymen is going to get popped. I think she was a quarter black, which I don't understand why 1/4 black makes you fully black. Did I just say 1/4 black? Oops, I am Tom Brady's mentor. Oops, I am Tom Brady, August 3rd, 1977, human mentor. Thomas Edward Patrick Brady. Or is it Thomas Patrick Edward Brady, It doesn't matter. What dumb motherfucker has 4 first names? When you're understanding Caucasians understanding new technology, have you met Caucasian guys who have 2 first names? For example, Larry Chang. For example, Tom Brady. For example, Ricky Bobby. Like, how do you have 2 first names as your name? You sound like a friendly guy, if I'm being honest. But you want to stop yourself at 3 first names. Ricky Bobby Bobby. I mean, I just made that up. Or Brady Jordan Chang. Like, that's 3 first names. Ew. But guess who has 4 first names? That would be TB12. Who has 4 first names? The dude, we'll call him Colton because that's his name. Colton, who took my picture. To finish off my other joke, Tom Brady is Thomas Edward Patrick Brady, the 3rd or the 4th. I don't remember. It's kind of like Tommy Troy 5. Stanford baseball. With Tommy Troy 4. Because somebody made a joke of Thomas Magnum 5. And I'm like, maybe by generation 6, you'll be less retarded. Because Slappy Bigelow has joined in to say hi. That's feminine talk. Be a man. Watch alone in silence. That's why you're a moderator. That's why you're a moderator. That's why you're a moderator. That's exactly. Clip it. So, I'm with a hot girl. She's brunette. She's a quarterback. She's 1/4 black. Maybe she's 1/8 black. Maybe it was just dark. But her skin, okay, amazing. And also, it was sweaty. And she didn't do the typical ugly girl thing, which is, oh, I'm sweaty. She was like, oh my God, you're touching my sweat. I'm going to have my pussy sweat on you in under 90 minutes. There's not going to be a dry vagina by the end of this video. So if you're watching this, you're actually surprisingly good looking. This is just birds of a feather flock together. So he takes a picture and he makes a great impression. And I was like, hey, thanks for the picture. What's your name? And he's like, my name's, we'll call him Colton because that was his name. So then the girl's like, are you talking to dudes and not talking to me? I go, sweetie, hold on a second. But I didn't say sweetie. I was like, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. So I was like, hey, thanks for the picture. I'm Larry. What's your name? And he's like, oh, I'm Colton. Great to meet you. And then Colton goes, I think your girl wants you. I'm like, fuck the girl. Are you having a good time tonight? He's like, wow, thank you. I am having a good time. So I go back to my girl. Her JJ is so wet. Why? Just because she is hot with a wet vagina with, her skin, okay? Let me describe her skin. It's like if I liked dolphins, that's what it's like in water. Have you ever fornicated in water? And I'm not talking about ocean water because it's a little too salty, and then the sand turbulence, it kind of messes up some stuff everywhere, not just down there. Yes, the sand gets everywhere. I'm talking about sex in a pool that is not a hot tub because I don't have sex in hot tubs. I just mitigated my wood. Sex in a hot tub. Oh. But her skin, it's the kind of skin that is always wet. It's always wet. This is why she's the girl who's got a ginormous water bottle. It's that girl. These are jokes at the expense of Larry Chang. Her skin was amazing. I'm back. By the end of this video, there's not going to be a dry vagina in the house. So then, 20 minutes later, we're still on the story of YouTube. I met a YouTube watcher IRL named Colton. 25 minutes later, he goes, hey you, where's that girl? I'm like, bro, it's 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. She'll be there at 11:45, which is go time. Until then, I'm going to be networking. And he's like, what? And I couldn't see him because he had a baseball hat. I couldn't see him because he had a baseball hat on, and I'm 6'5". He's like 6'3", 6'2". So I had to like duck to be like, who's under there? And so I take off his hat and I put it on backwards. I'm like, there you are. And he goes, don't do that. And when he said, don't do that, he didn't say, don't do that, don't touch me. He said, don't do that in a way that caused me to ask this intelligent question, which is, wait a minute. Does your baseball coach not let you wear a hat backwards? And he goes, yeah. I go, do you play shortstop? And he's like, yeah. And then he goes, fuck you. He goes, do you coach? I was like, what? I thought we were having a good conversation. And you're going to add years to my athleticism? Because he should have just said, oh, you're really smart. But instead he goes, are you a coach? Coaches don't play shortstop. Do I not look 6'5", 222 pounds? 13% body fat? That drops to 8 when I need to do a photo shoot, which is actually coming up, kids. I got a photo shoot. Body's going to be trim, keeping my body in caloric deficit. These are jokes at the expense of women. Our conversation continues. There are hot women everywhere. He's good looking. He's hot. I'm fuego hot. There are women going, are you guys becoming best friends? Because I'm asking him empowering questions. Are you a shortstop? Do you pitch right-handed? I'm not saying anything negative. I'm not a woman. I'm not a beta male, page 127, page 132. I am meeting what I didn't know. I'm meeting a person that has watched 30 plus Larry Chang YouTube lives, who I later banned because he refused to get better, but I didn't know this at the time. So we're bonding IRL. And I was like, I'm closing. Because I don't know if you can tell, I'm a closer. He's good looking, I'm good looking. We're about to schedule a bro date. He's good looking, I'm good looking. We're about to schedule a heterosexual hangout session. He's a baseball player, I'm a baseball player. Jack Marder is the new baseball coach at University of Texas. He's a baseball player, I'm a baseball player, shortstop. Jack Marder is also a shortstop. We're going to go take grounders at UFCU Dish Field. Am I pronouncing that shitty? Why don't you just call it Sunken Diamond? Sunken Diamond, baby! Instead of UFCU Dish Field. Dice Falk Field. The name is almost as bad as the field itself. Let me repeat that joke because it's going to be funny again. UFCU, what is that? University of Florida Chang Union, Dishfield, Deichfield, Deich Falk. I can't even ace it, and I'm a baseball player, never making errors. Closing. Oh, closing. How's my nose skin? I've been using skincare routine. It's expensive. Oh wait. Oh wait. Oh wait. Oh wait. It's free. People that want to be a moderator have to make $50,000 using $0. That's the new moderator. Colton. Did you just do a shortstop blow on a YouTube live? Yeah. Time for me to close because it's 10:20 and there are hungry vagina everywhere. This is what hungry vagina looks like when you're on the dance floor talking to a dude who's good looking. It's two good looking dudes about to close for a bro date. Colton, do you want to throw the baseball around sometime? Jack Martyr is the new coach. I didn't say this part because I didn't want to have him spooge heterosexually. Because if I would have said, hey, my friend Jack Martyr is going to be the baseball coach at UT, we can throw the ball at UFCU Dish Falk Field, right? I know, it's funny. I just said, do you want to play catch sometime? I just said, you want to play catch sometime? He's like, yeah, let me get your phone number. I'm up for you closing me because that's what I make women do. I'm the closer, but this is the counterintuitive truth. This is jokes at the expense of women. Is that you think that I'm closing on vagina, but vagina is actually closing on me. Am I calling Colton vagina? No, but that's what men do when there are deals with other men. Because I'm going to close you, your expense is my revenue. But then the guy who wants to give me revenue says, you're going to take this revenue, right? And then I'm going to say, well, it's going to be very expensive for you. And then they're going to say, but I'm going to make revenue from the expense of paying you. If you don't understand expense and revenue, and if these words intimidate you, you're a chick. You're doing girl math. This is the solution. It's called #Miami Girl Math. You see, you hate Miami Girl Math. Why? Because you think Miami Girl Math is OnlyFans. Miami Girl Math is high ticket selling. Miami Girl Math is Shelby Sapp. Miami Girl Math Explained is Hot Girl Sales Bible by Larry Chang. Are these jokes at the expense of women, but then giving women more money than they've ever made on social media? Yes. OnlyFans has caused a cancer on your brain. This is me programming away the cancerous cells. You had a virus. You had a brain virus. It was called feminism. The solution is Chinese guy teaching you math called #Miami Girl Math. There are 14 chapters of Unofficial Sales Club Bible, chapters 1 through 14, designated #CH1, designated #CH14. Clip it, clip it, clip it. Two girls, one cup of knowledge about financial celibacy. Two girls, one cup of knowledge about financial celibacy is understanding that in the last 20 months, dating back to November 2024, every three-way has been sourced for $0. Financial celibacy for the win. Dinner first coach, which is she's buying dinner, she's paying for first, and she's buying her own coach class ticket. This is me programming women to be understanding that someone's expense is another person's revenue, and knowing that every nickel in, every nickel out, understanding money in, money out, understanding revenue is different from expense, understanding this fundamental truth, which is you're trying to throw a Hail Mary into a marriage where the guy won't commit to you because you think that this is the job functionality of wife and husband. Your job is to make the money. My job is to spend the money. When men hear this, men say, why don't I just go ahead and fuck you for free during the free trial period, aka dating? I'm not going to say the milk cow joke because it's not funny. It's stupid. Why buy the cow when you can drink the milk for free? No. It's why ever leave the free fuck trial period? Free fucking, free blowjobbing, it's all free. Especially when we're doing financial celibacy. Dropping jokes because women think that being the gatekeepers of their vagina became the gatekeepers of his 20 bank accounts, 10 bank accounts, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 plus bank accounts. But Larry, why do you need so many bank accounts? Insurance only protects the first chunk of money. I laugh every time that a person just becomes 8 figures. And I'll ask, how many bank accounts do you have? And they'll be like, 1 or 2. I'm like, you're stupid. You're fucked and you're stupid. This is me asking some basic questions of, oh, my friend's a multi-millionaire. Cool. How many bank accounts do you have? 1. You're not. You're not. Because you didn't do the math. Miami Girl math. Miami Girl math. Who's watching this and not liking it? You're fucked. You're not good looking. If you're good looking and watching this, you'd be liking it. We're still on Colton. All net worth on their person. That's the next joke, which is women and black people have all of their net worth. Have you seen black people wearing their jewelry outside of their clothes? That's how women are with their face. All of their debt is from Capital One doing a medical financing. Ditto boobs. Are your boobs financed? Breast Christmas ever, me ascertaining how much debt you have by looking at your boobs. Ladies, send me boobies, belfies, boobies, boob selfies. Send me boob selfies. Send me boob selfies. And I will tell you how much money how many payments you have left on your boobs. Colton. He goes, we should trade contact information. None of his net worth is on his person. We should trade contact info. He's closing me. He's understanding the difference between expense and revenue. He's closing me when I was going to close him for a heterosexual bro hangout session. Tell me your number. 650-283-8008. 650-283-8008. He types it in and he goes, oh my God, I already texted you before. What? 2022. And I pretended to not read because my vision is really good. I can read her text messages upside down, dark screen from across the room or across the dinner table. Why? Why did I train my eyesight to be that good? It's because you can't hit the slider unless you read the seams. Ditto, reading the spin off of a ground ball at shortstop. Boring, boring, boring. It's okay if you're telling me that you're ugly. You can tell me that you're ugly, and when you don't like stuffed animals, that means you're not a child because you have no inner child. Somebody ruined you. Somebody ruined you. Somebody ruined you when you were a child. The Toy Story movie, June 18, day 18, 34 days of Grok 4 at AMC theaters. Your phone's not so smart, it's really just breaking your brain. Your phone's not so smart, it's really just breaking your brain. Toy Story 5, Toy Story 6, Toy Story 7. That's Woody's theme song. When he's battling Lily, it's a smart pad that's trying to break kids' brains. Reading a screen in the dark from 12 feet away. Colton shows a hot girl, how did he do this? Which is, he thought I put a text message from him to me 4 years ago on YouTube Live. I did not. I never got that text message. It had his username, Colton's username, that was not his name. Why is this impactful? One, because he sent me a text message, I did not see it. Two, I had to read it in the dark. The dance club lounge was super dark. Two, I had to recall and memorize his username. I read everybody's shit. 3. Okay, 4. I can't count, but that's what happens when you're genius, is this is 4, or this is 3. Do you like how I'm honest about when I make a mistake, unlike you guys? I am. I'm a top 50 physicist. Bear with me. Bear with yourself. Bear down! Oh my God. Is this Tim the Bear? Entrepreneur in residence at MIT. I just figured out why Tim the Beaver is named Tim. I just figured it out. So when you don't like stuffed animals, what's going on is I've noticed this, where if you don't like stuffed animals and you don't like cute dogs, it's because you're a homosexual and somebody raped you when you're a kid. That's who doesn't like, but then you get over it or you don't get over it. These are the stages of your mental illness, which is why retarded Christian people will constantly say, pray the gay away, pray the gay away. After 5,000 times of hearing Christian people say retarded shit, I'm like, really? And then I figured it out. Because I'm a top 50 physicist, they're actually saying it, but not properly I figured out how to pray the gay away. Have you been to those videos? I did pray the gay away. So there's that, because you say retarded shit and then I'll fix your shit up, kind of like Colton. So then he's like showing his hot date, look at this cowboy understanding new and old text messaging. Cunt. I'm having a hard time reading too. Kind of like women. Kind of like women. Brain wrinkle efficiency in chat. Good job, Ron Lowther. Maybe your ADD methodology of watching videos is smart. We're still on Colton, which is good looking guy. It turns out all the people that watch my YouTube are good looking people. Who'da thunk? Does make sense though, because you're just being pelted with a guy who's really, really, really good looking, who's got a lot of really, really, really smart things to say. And then some people are like, you know what? I'll just stay in here because he's good looking. Good looking and hydrated. I read the username and I'm like, oh my God. I remember you. I remember everybody, so don't feel special that I remember you. It's CRM software, cunt reading and management. You just need to make dollar number one, because you never get better. You're trying to make a friend. You're trying to fill time. You look like a piker. You talk and sound like a piker. Like if you're thinking I sound like your wife, maybe your wife left you because you don't make any money, because you're kind of a communist socialist. Every time you talk, you sound like a pretzeled communist socialist getting government assistance as a farmer, claiming that you're bootstrapping, your brain's stuck on a groove, you're having a hard time processing new information. You are operating like a woman. This is gender fluidity. This is hilarious. Sound quality reducing. Larry Chang, DGAF. I pretended to not remember. I pretended to not remember him on YouTube Live. He never said, oh my God, these are the things that I have left yet to execute. Why? Because he'll figure it out. It may be on his deathbed where he would say, oh my God, I met Larry Chang. He was right about everything. Because I don't want to be right about everything. I want you to financially benefit. This is all net worth on their person, which is when your entire net worth is on your face, Botox, all your net worth is on your person, jewelry. You should be putting some of your net worth into financial instruments that are protected. You don't need a yield. This is you understanding that Duck9, the thumbnail of this video, is deeply understanding cunt knowledge, which is it's all fake, it's all bullshit. It's all fake and it's all bullshit. Therefore, if your dollars are real, your Bitcoin is real, put it into freezing cold storage. Goal making cunts. So this is the dynamic, which is women like to look for finish line finishers. When you're constantly trying to stand at the end of the finish line, trying to fuck the winners, That's not good. That's that's default female behavior. Why don't you make a goal and then get towards that goal? Because that's how to attract a guy that closes you. Right now, you're trying to close deals, and the person that you're talking to doesn't even want to take you out. You don't know Dinner First Coach. Yeah, that got complicated, but you should watch that clip 10 times because I'm not going to repeat it. Clip it, which is you are in a retarded cult. This is me explaining something so simply to you that you will not be able to not understand it. The retarded cult that you're in isn't Larry Chang in a decentralized cult. That cult is genius. It's Chinese understanding linguistic technology and then never meeting in person because I don't want to meet you. Unless you're Colton. I don't want to throw the baseball with you. Unless you're Colton. I don't want you and your baggage to drag me down. That's cowboy understanding language, terminology. That's the cult. But the cult that you're in right now, it's a retarded cult. You don't realize that you're a feminized man inside constructural rules. Larry, you're going to get canceled. Larry, you're going to get blackballed. Larry, you're going to get banned from Stanford. You can't stop, you won't stop, Chang stop. Can't stop, won't stop, Chang stop. Because I will not stop. You're trying to put a paywall up at Stanford when the genie's already out of the bottle. This video is the best video I've ever made. By the end of this video, there's not going to be a dry vagina in the house. Clip it. So you're in a retarded cult. It's called feminism. You're a feminized female that got tricked into thinking that she can have blue balls for marriage. This is me putting my brain in a pretzel because I have a hobby. It's understanding petroleum engineering. What is petroleum engineering? It's reverse engineering the complicated tubes that are delivering petroleum. Why is that important? Because financial engineering is all bullshit. Women's logic is pure shit, pretzeled. Ditto when people make circular arguments. So when you're making a circle and circle of, oh, that's gaslighting. Oh, you're a narcissist. Oh, these are in violation of 3 laws of thermodynamics. That's what petroleum engineering is. Who is my petroleum engineering cunt? Which is Peter Thiel telling petroleum engineers that you should study petroleum engineering because nobody wants a petroleum engineer. He made this joke almost 10 years ago. Little did he know that that's why he lost $1 billion, because he shorted the housing market in 2005. It didn't crash until 2008. Clip it. By the end of this video, there's not going to be a dry vagina in the house. Clip it, which is you're in a retarded cult. It's called venture capital. Venture capital, it's one hell of a drug. You're in a retarded cult. It's called, let's try to get underrepresented founders more venture capital. Basically, you're pumping people full of drugs, which is what feminism is. Tricking you into going into a cult by tricking you into therapy. Has anybody ever become better after therapy? Just name one person. Not name one person that you know. Psychology and shrink in therapy as an industry, has it ever worked one time? Because the answer is actually no, and people hate this fact. So therefore, they're going to try to drug you. Oh, but Larry, you could go to some therapy that never has a drug. This is why therapy is not therapeutic. This is why your therapy is a complicated economic word that I forget. Ray Dalio says it all the time, where I have a different word for it. It's called the 3 laws of thermodynamics. Deleveraging. It's a gentle deleveraging. I have a hard time remembering it. And then after deleveraging, it's something else. It's almost like eulogy. So you're in a cult, you just don't realize it. It's a cult of feminism. Its one purpose was to catalyze a great reset. By the time you understand that, your vagina will have come 9 times. There's not going to be a dry vagina in your bed. Stop watching this in bed. Do you like how I twisted that a little bit? The cult that you're in right now is thinking that money printing can go on forever. This is feminism's lie, which is more social programs. I can't remember the Ray Dalio. I remember the link. It's bit.ly/rdalio710. Clocking and talking. Welcome. I've missed you. I've missed you. You're in a retarded cult. It's called feminism. So you can't shame a man. You can't goat a man. You can't get him to wife you up when you are programmed to be feminist. This is why if I were a woman, I'd be marrying the hottest, richest guy who is rich and hot. It's so easy. It's not just make him a sandwich, it's make him a grilled cheese. It's quesadilla. It's can you cook a minimalistic amount versus middle fingers up, I'm not cooking for you at all. That's not going to be the way to go. You're in a retarded cult. By the end of this 17th clip, there's not going to be a dry vagina in the house. Your pictures are very attractive. Stephen, make $800, $500, or $100 on one video. Make some kind of money. Make some kind of money. Make some kind of money. And my hobby, my vacation, my hobby vacation is my vocation. Do you not even know about Mark Twain? My vocation is my vacation. You dumb cunt. You dumb cunt. You're a cunt that's dumb. You're a dumb cunt. Which is cowboy understanding new technology. Because this new technology is actually old technology. This is why women are right now default unemployed. Because they don't see their vocation as their vacation. They see their product management job as slavery. Have you seen those trash talking videos where a female product manager is like, I roll into work at 9:30 or 10 o'clock, and then I get a coffee at the company coffee store, and then I take one meeting for less than an hour. Out, Rudy, out. Out, come on, out, out. Good boy, out. Out, stay. It's those shit talking videos where she rolls into work at 9:30, 10, 10:30. She gets a coffee. She's a product manager. She's a technical product manager. She's a PM. She's trying to bridge distribution. She's trying to do the Dan Olson product playbook. Has she ever read any books on the job where she's getting paid $300,000 or if she's underpaid $250,000? Trisha Tracy Gow, Sarah Park Lisa Kim, the other billionaire female whose name I forget. Product management. Product management. Kind of like puppy management. A little bit like puppy management, product management. Then she makes a video about going to lunch in the company cafeteria. Then she decides to also invite her friends. So it's a video series on her making a ton of money at her job. And she's calling it the patriarchy, where she got her DEI mixed up with her doing DEI. So when all these things bubble up to maybe our company's better off firing the females. Is your company gonna be better firing females? So you can try to kiss butt here, but I don't care about you trying to be a moderator. I just care about you trying to make $500 from one video. It doesn't even need to be a Larry Chang video because you're in a retarded cult right now and you're stuck. By the end of this video, there's not gonna be a dry pussy in the house. Which is, you're in a retarded cult, this feminist cult, its goal was to make cunts. What is feminism? It's a power grab. It was never about equality. If you can't code your own brain, can you read code? You can't, because there's a thing, it's called a brain operating manual. I showed you Dan Olson's book. That's the product management operating manual. The brain operating manual would be busy gold, hot blonde. Your brain is a filthy liar. It's being programmed shittily. Did the sound quality just get shitty? Like I care. My power animal is Tom Brady. Get it? He's blonde on the outside, Chinese on the inside. I love you, little buddy. Tom Brady hates puppy kisses. Tom Brady loves to be brushed because Tom Brady loves to be fluffy. He's purring right now. You can't hear it. I can hear it. Stop kissing butt. Start executing. Stop making jokes. Start making one thing financially better in your life. Did you even text me yet? You're about to get banned for too much positivity. At least you could execute one thing. You know what? Forget about trying to make $1. You did one thing connecting Web 12 to Web 0. You successfully sent a text message. Call it a year for yourself. You had a good year. You're welcome. Brady, you're so hairy. Brady, you smell really good too. How did your asshole get so clean? How did your asshole literally get so clean? Did you get Bailey? Did you get Bailey to lick your asshole? Seriously, why is your butthole so clean? I haven't cleaned your asshole in 4 days. I wish you could see his asshole right now. It is clean. I didn't clean it. Have you been cleaning your own asshole? You're such a mature and smart dog. What the heck? Or was I asleep when I cleaned it? Brady, everything's so clean. Steven, drop the 1984 quote about women. I got an angry little bear right now. So you're trying to confuse audience size with penis size. At the end of this video, there's not going to be a dry pussy in the house. You're confusing audience size with reach. You're confused because you're in a retarded cult right now You think you're on social media. You're not on social media, you're on AI, AGI, which is American intelligence, Asian guy intelligence. When you get stuck with these things, you are on social media, you're on Web 2. This is Web 12. You're trying to mitigate, you haven't ordered the book, The Rational Male, because you don't want to be rational and you're trying to undo your male energy. It's because your testosterone is waning. That's also why you don't have hair, is your testosterone is misplaced, misused, and now you're an angry bald person. You're angry and you're bald. But you're broken because we're doing Web 12 right now, and every time we talk, it's like talking to a feminist. It feels like we're fighting, which is why you're in a cult right now. You're thinking that discussions are good. We want alignment in your feminist lingo. But the alignment that I'm looking for is not programming me to understand feminism. It's understanding that I am your new feminist leader. There's not going to be any dry vagina in the feminist movement because I am now your leader. What this LGBTQ, LGBT movement needed was a heterosexual at the helm. Did I make that joke before Dave Chappelle made that joke? I don't know. Is that a joke? I don't know. Because it sounds like if Larry Chang were to solve the problems of Silicon Valley gay mafia, I should be national chair of the movement, the feminist movement. Stop calling yourselves slaves. Start studying a brain operating manual. Understand who enslaved you. Because your slavery has no bars, it has no construct, but your slavery is a slippery slope into communism where you're going to be someone's sex slave for one slice of bread. And I quote Adam Ferguson, better to have a prostitute in the house than to have an infant corpse. Because nobody's going to want to pay an obese prostitute. Those people, they just die. This is why during this Titanic sinking, men are not going to be, look at all this hair. Look at all this hair. True story, my own hair care, 2 minutes per month. Tom Brady hair care, I'm gonna say 20 minutes a day. Feminism. Where we're headed is, Brady's telling me thank you for brushing him. You're welcome, buddy. He's never this cute. He knows you're on camera. The cost of a deviant sexual act is going to be one slice of bread. There is not anything that's going to save people other than a horrible reset, which is one slice of bread, you're starved. We're headed towards default mass starvation. This is the Titanic sinking. This is men going their own way, not willing to save women. I have the male man mortality rate high, meaning the 1984 quote. Will you put the 1984 quote up again about young women? Because those feminist bullets, they got shot. The 1984 quote, please. The 1984 quote, please. Bish, put it up. The 1984 quote. Bish, put it up. My God, look at how much hair this is. I can make another dog. You're welcome, buddy. I can make another dog. Will you put up the 1984 quote? Will you put up the 1984 quote? Put up the 1984 quote. Put up the 1984 quote while I perform some magic. Waiting for that 1984 quote. Waiting. You guys having a good time? Brain operating manual. Your brain is a filthy liar. Where's the 1984 quote? The quote about young women leading. Put up the 1984 quote. Because during this effort, not gonna happen. Women are not gonna be leading men. Not gonna happen. What's not happening? By the end of this video, there's not gonna be any dry pussy in the house. Because during this Titanic event, the men aren't going to be sacrificing themselves for women. Why? Why? Because those bullets got spent. No one's going to come to save you. Captain Save-A-Ho? He's not going to be a captain. Where is the 1984 quote? Where is it? Add some value. Add some value, put it up. Add some value, put it up. Add some value, put it up. Oh, you think I'm a woman? That's called every accusation is a confession. This is cathartic. This is cathartic. This is cathartic. 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 Catharsis. Thy name is jokes at the expense of women. When you're calling me a woman, I think feminism has programmed your brain. I don't think feminism programmed your brain, Hot Girl Entrepreneurship Club. I know that feminism became your brain. Why? When you're experiencing obesity, you produce testosterone. The testosterone that gets produced, it quickly becomes hair producing. This is where too much testosterone in women causes women to have endometriosis. When your brain operating connects to a manual, are you even trying to operate your brain slightly better? By the end of this video, there's not going to be dry pussy in the house. Because these are jokes at the expense of women. Stop half studying everything. Stop thinking that some brand new thing is going to save you. Because the brand new thing you're looking for, it's an old thing, it's been tried. Socialism, communism, this Roman Empire, it has educated men avoiding Titanic sinking. When the Titanic sank, it was, let's save the women and children first. This time, when the economy is crashing, people are not going to be treating women so kindly. These are jokes at the expense of women. Which is, you had a great deal housewifing, but you called it slavery. Have you seen washing machines? They operate incredibly efficiently. The only thing you got to do is fold your laundry, but you can just get good at folding. Laundry machine, cooking machine, efficiency. If you think 2 hours worth of work per day is slavery, you sound like an entitled black person saying, oh, the cops are gonna just shoot me. Have you seen body cam videos? Every person that a Caucasian cop shoots, I would have shot 10 minutes ago. These are jokes at the expense of retards. It hurt me more than it hurt you to ban you. Come back with another profile. I'm sure you've got 10 more profiles. Crabs in a pot. That's feminism. Who hates women the most? It's not a man. I love women. Women hate women, but women are not direct about their hatred. Women are not direct. Ooh, so fluffy. Women are not direct about it. Women are very passive aggressive. By the end of this video, there's not going to be a dry vagina in the house. Austerity. That's the word I was looking for. It's where your economy unwinds and you're forced to live life minimalistically, which is why the cost for OnlyFans in the future is going to be one slice of bread. Why? Because why? Austerity. It's the price of feminist programming driving us towards communism, socialism with another social program that Caucasian guys like myself are going to have to fund. But there's a limit to how much money you can print. There's a limit as to how much you can tax. There's a limit to how much we export our inflation because we're the number one printers of US dollars. Because when we're exporting inflation, this is a truth it's going to hit you hard, but you're not going to understand it. This is what it is. This is Larry Chang as the leader of the feminist movement. The economic hitman has come home. The economic hitman has come home. Normally, I'm not this well prepared. But I just happened to be rereading John Perkins' book, Confessions of an Economic Hitman. What are his confessions? He's trying to bankrupt a country by semi-enslaving the people. The economic hitman has come home. If you understand that, there's not going to be any dry vagina in the house because the cost for an OnlyFans unlimited IRL is going to be one slice of bread. Price controls don't work. Therefore, you're going to need to prostitute yourself on the gray market for a slice of bread. Are you enjoying this type of content? I don't care. I don't care if you're enjoying it. I don't care. I am having a good time because I'm programming Mushi Mushi Mushi. What's Mushi Mushi Mushi? If you can't memorize a couple of sentences, at least memorize this. By the end of this video, there's not going to be any dry vagina in the house. So don't just half study something. Don't just half brush your Shih Tzu. You want to fully immerse, you want to financially benefit from one video. It doesn't even have to be a Larry Chang video. I'm not selling views. I'm not selling a workshop except for the $19,000 one in Miami. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get you to connect in a positive financial light, you benefiting from one video. It can be any nonfiction business video that we'll watch together and we'll get better at together. This is comedic jokes at the expense of women. What I determined and concluded, because I have CRM software, crowd reading and management, is that the super majority of people watching these videos are good looking. It's good looking guys and good looking women. Therefore, we're going to quickly abandon things that do not serve us, Web 2 social. We're going to quickly abandon, are we chasing views? We're going to quickly abandon our broken brain. We're going to grayscale up some truths that are vividly in color. As we brush our Shih Tzu, how fluffy is he? I'm working on his hip dysplasia and doing body therapy as I brush him because I love him. Does me brushing this blonde Shih Tzu make your vagina wet? It might look like I'm over brushing my dog, but I'm actually working on his hips. Because Shih Tzus, they're very hippie. Hey, sit up, sit up. Good boy. Time for you to go poo. Time for you to go poo. After I brush him like that, does that make your vagina wet? I'm walking with my parents in a mall, and probably 100 people came to say hi to my dog. And my parents are like, wow, people really like your dog. And then my dad goes, hey, you should use your dog. You should use your dog to get dates. Keep in mind, Tom Chang is an alum of this school. The school which, this school which backwards is Tim. Tim the Beaver. Tim the Beaver. Did I get hats printed up to be Tim the Beaver? Yeah. Why? Because I'm hilarious. Why am I so hilarious? Because my dad sometimes will appear retarded, but he doesn't care if he temporarily sounds retarded because he went to MIT and he's pretty smart and he's pretty rich. He asks me, hey, Larry, have you thought about dating women that come say hi to your dog? Come on. Come on. Come on. Really? That's going to be your question. Do you not even understand that that's why I got my dog in the first place? By the end of this video, there's not going to be any dry pussy at MIT. Dating, oh, continuing on with my series, jokes at the expense of females. Dating for women is working. Women date financially, men date romantically. Now, if you're a centacorn, decacorn, unicorn, or multi-unicorn, maybe you're not down with the fact that Tim the Beaver is getting taken advantage of. This is why I have comedic material on financial celibacy. Larry Chang spending $0.0 for dating heterosexually 21-year-olds that are older than 22, younger than 23. By the end of this video, once you understand it, there's not going to be any dry pussy in the house, which is you understanding that men are going to be financially celibate because Ken Howery, financially celibate because Larry Chang. Why be financially celibate? Think if the lottery ticket bought you dinner and a first class ticket. Like, why would the lottery ticket buy you dinner? You have to buy a lottery ticket. No ticket, no understanding of there's not going to be any dry vagina in my YouTube live. A lottery ticket is marriage because if one of the two of you decides to dissolve the marriage, you get 50%. If you suck a dick, 50%. That's not your husband's dick. If you get a train run on you, if you do any kind of 304 activities, you get half his stack. Men quickly did a calculation and said, oh, no, 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 no. I'm not going to ever quit this free trial period. What's the free trial period? Unlimited beach, unlimited plowing. By the end of this video, there's not going to be a dude who isn't getting a quarter chub. By the end of this video, there's not going to be any dry pussy in the house. I fluffed Thomas Edward Patrick Brady, the dog, up. Who has 4 first names? That would be TB12. I'm going to draw the line at 2 first names. I only have 1 first name, Larry Chang. I give you permission to name your favorite Shih Tzu Chang. Brady! You want to go train some squirrels? We're training a squirrel to be our friend. who domesticated a squirrel? Not me. Who who assassinated a squirrel while allowing illegal immigrants to stay in the country? American men, we're going to be hard to kill. American males, I don't know if we're going to be sacrificing ourselves to save people that hate us. Did you guys hear the cautionary tale where some black person was raping a white female, and then a Caucasian guy like myself went and said, "Hey, you stop," and then got stabbed, died, and then while the white dude was dying, the rape kept raping. By the end of this video, there's not going to be any dry pussy. I will not be graping you even if you pay me. Well, actually, you're going to have to buy the hotel room. By the end of this video, you'll understand consent, and there won't be any dry pussy in the house. I don't know if men are in the mood to do work for the community. There's not enough Larry Changs in America in order to save America. But there is enough Larry Chang to save you. You might have 5 years of civilization stability. Hopefully. I'm hopeful. But I'm seeing all the boxes getting checked. John Perkins, the economic hitman, has come home. Hey, Brady, how did your butthole get so clean? If you're new to my channel, welcome. Oh my gosh, I have so many likes. Have I ever gotten a double-digit number of likes? I don't think so. I don't think so. But then I forget that I'm not doing Web 2. I'm not doing social media. That's Web 2. What's Web 1? That's web pages. Larry, instead of coming up with a new web page, is Instagram okay? Washington University asked me that question. I'm like, obviously they're feeding you retard sandwiches. Obviously. We don't want Euro trash Larry Chang. We don't want that. Because it'd be like a Chinese person running Europe. Because Europe, it's crumbling live time. Do you know that more Europeans die from lack of air conditioning than gun deaths in 10 years? Ouchie. Ouchie, ouchie. Europe is a shit show. Oh, look at my proof of work. Look at my proof of work. He's so fluffy. He's so fluffy. Hey, Brady, come here. 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 Sit. Sit. Brady, picture. Clip it. Hey, no, stay. Brady's normally not this well trained, but when Brady's good, hey, stay. But when Brady's on camera, Brady, you're on camera right now. We're gonna get you your own channel because I kind of want to see if my dog can make more money in a week than you make in a year. I know, Brady. Here, stay. Stay, buddy. No, stay. 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 Who sells more books? Who sells more books? Oh, no, 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 Brady, where are you going? I have a I have a stuffed animal for a dog. I have a stuffed animal. He has a shock collar on me. Right now he's screaming at me. Zwick says there's a streamer that got into trouble for forcing his dog to be in the background of his live stream for hours using a shock collar. Tom Brady currently has a shock collar on me. He wired his bladder to my brain. Oh my God, is that brain 6? Brain 1, your brain. Brain 2 is your heart. Brain 3 is your stomach. Brain 4 is my penis or your vagina. Brain 5 is AI. Brain 6 is my dog's bladder or his large intestine wired to my brain. Puppy owner, puppy owner, puppy owner, I gotta go poo. I am going to go be a good dog owner and I'm going to let my dog relieve himself. Hot Girl Entrepreneurship Club, how was that video? Did you enjoy yourselves? Did you flog your dolphin? There's not going to be any dry vagina if you're clipping my videos on YouTube. I consent for you to steal my jokes. I consent for you, Hot Girl Entrepreneurship Club, to. I consent. Be honest, ladies. How how much vaginal mucus was produced when you were thinking about me penetrating you while I was brushing my very, very, very blonde dog? How much? Be honest. It's a vagina check, heat check. Be honest. Honesty and compliments will get you everywhere.